Tarot community.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today. Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
me, Banshee, and Sunny down here. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Sunny.
I'm wearing my house dress because we're in the hot room today.
But we're not in the hot seat.
We're not in the hot seat, at least not yet.
Hi, Fiber. Oh, you made it too.
Yay, Fiber! Fiber and Carl. All right, I'll get you guys on the list.
Come here. He's down here now, but he doesn't want to jump on my lap. He never will.
We're attending Grand Council via Zoom.
Yeah, I'm not going to Grand Council this year. I normally do go, but I didn't go this year.
All right. Well, I've got the list all.
Say hi to everybody for me, Fiber and Carl.
All right. Well, let's get on with the card for the collective, shall we? Let's keep it light and happy today. Good to see you, Cala Talent.
Yes.
And it's been a while. We are doing okay. We are fine. Things are going all right so far. He's been a little dizzy today, but I've had actually a burst of energy today. My back was really bothering me and my leg the other day, but I'm doing fine today. Got some stuff done. All right. It is the Three of Fire. Three of Wands. All right. And of course, I am using The Good Tarot by Cliff Baron Reed. If I forgot to mention that, sorry.
Oh, you can if you like, but it definitely won't work out. And I'll have to tell you why later.
Oh, no.
Normally, people that are running have to have already submitted their whatever, and it's discussed, and I didn't do that. So the only office I've ran for before with national was the correspondence officer, but in a local council, I've been just about every officer.
The Three of Fire. Expansion of opportunities, the fullness of creativity, achievement. I am on the right path towards my success. I have an abundance of opportunities before me. I need to trust myself, for I can make good choices for myself and co-create situations and relationships that are in harmony with my heart's desire. And if I didn't mention it, because I can't suddenly remember now, the keywords were expansion of opportunities, the fullness of creativity, and achievement. So know that, maybe this week you've got the right thing going for yourself to get done what you need to get done, which, hey, will make you really happy. It would make me happy if I could stay on target for once.
The rippling effect on the card is the ceiling fan.
Oh.
And the shiny surface of the card.
Yeah, sorry. So you get a little bit of a
animated
show there.
Enhancement.
Yes. Anyway. All right. So do you have anything to say about the Three of Wands as the card for the collective?
The Three of Wands, this could be saying that people need to be aware of all the possible things that could be happening right now, because they may present an opportunity, but it's a clever opportunity because you may not see it necessarily. You sort of have to be aware of it, but it is something that is going to kind of come in out of the blue in a way.
Explore the opportunities. Oh, hi, Celie. Get you on the list. Explore the opportunities that may present themselves this week, and especially things that maybe are a little bit outside your comfort zone. Don't let that stop you. Don't let that stop you from giving something a try. And that's what we have for the collective.
All right.
All right. Let me get these out of the way, and I'll let you shuffle for Mrs. Talent, who's here.
Mrs. Talent is our first reading. Happy hour.
Okay. Off to a bad start already. There we go. Here you go.
Ooh, excuse me.
So I've no air conditioning in my car, and I went out to do oh dear, some shopping, and it's 90 something degrees plus humidity, and probably felt closer to the upper 90s. And whew, I didn't even have to go that far. I just go to a corner market. I did have to go to a drugstore though that was a little further, but I mean it's like 10-minute drive. But man, I was sopping wet when I came home. So that's why I'm just loosey goose right now, cooling off, just chilling. Four of Cups. This is really funny. I'm giving you a spoiler alert um for my material matters tomorrow. This and a few other cards with a similar theme kept coming up for me. The Four of Cups is here, which at happy hour, I would say, Ms. Calla, this is a week to kind of pull yourself back from, the hustle and bustle, if you can, of things around you. Because when you look at this card, it looks like this person has a lot of things going on, and they're kind of ruminating over, is it worth it? Is it worth my time to keep spreading myself so thin? So this might be a time for you to do the happy job of figuring out how to prioritize what you need to do, and maybe set some of that other stuff aside for a while to cut yourself some slack.
There's a little bit of a resonance with our card for the day, the Three of Wands, because it's sort of the sense of an expectation. This is a little different because you may not know exactly what the differing qualities that maybe are offered to you are about. And so there's a process of discernment going on there. You are hoping to make the right choice, but you may feel it's not super easy. It's not that it's difficult, but it just seems like there's so much to really take in here. So I think you are moving towards a decision, but it just hasn't happened yet.
And maybe in a sense, this is too of the an idea of, hey, it's time to take a little break. It's time to step back a little bit, to regain perspective, maybe some peace of mind, whatever the case may be. It's okay to take breaks once in a while. And we all need that downtime. We absolutely all need some downtime. Me, I was watching the Lions preseason game on my tablet before the show. What fun! Lions season is
I was
almost here.
not.
He was not.
No, I
Here,
was actually at work until two
it's
o'clock.
true. So it started at 1. I was able to watch a bit of it. The Lions were leading by 3 points. But they didn't even have Jared Goff in the whole game. They've been playing the second string to see who's good backups and everything. And wow, their defense was just on fire today. It's been awesome. Anyway, yeah, this well, I'm sorry to hear that, Calla. Take a break. Take a happy break. Good luck with that. And Jackie is up.
Hey, Jackie.
And Sile, I don't know why my computer
Well,
does
thank you. That
not.
was very nice of you. Thank you. Thanks for dropping in today.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate it. Good to see you. I'm trying to fix this because autocorrect keeps messing with my name list. All right,
Hi, Jackie.
Jackie is up. Hi, Jackie. It's great seeing you too. Don't be a stranger. Come back anytime.
So yeah, Detroit area is a bit warmer again. We had a mini cool off. It wasn't super cool, but it was better. But we're back up in the heat again.
for probably through part of Monday. And then after that, we start to go down a bit. Maybe it's shades of fall coming, but
Mm.
it's going to be in the upper 70s to low to mid 80s, which is a nice break. And humidity will be down. So I'm looking forward to that. And Mr. O, I found out something today. I have a dermatology appointment next week.
Oh, great.
I know, on Wednesday. And
Thank
so
you.
I'm
Thank
so
you,
glad
Mrs.
it's
Town.
going to be cooler and I don't have to drive in my hot car.
Most of my days have been relatively better, so this was a little confusing to me. I'm wondering if I went to the gym yesterday and I do a lot of my rehab there and stretches as well as some other workout, and I wonder if I just overdid it a little bit. It
It
was
can
worse in the
happen in
mornings,
this
but it's getting
weather.
better.
It can absolutely happen. All right, the good news is for Jackie, you've got an angel on your side.
Send
You've
me an
got
angel.
temperance. Yay! Temperance is a great card for happy hour, right? That little angel standing behind you there, helping you make sure you feel balanced, in control, like you're doing everything that's necessary to ensure, some peace and tranquility in your life.
Maybe this week finds you also trying to put things back where they belong, put things in kind of an arrangement. Things maybe don't necessarily have to pair with certain things. You may find that maybe sometimes a different part of your energy pairs better with a different kind of deed you're trying to do. So sometimes it's not necessarily about equality or harmony, but finding what works best for what kind of situations, moderating that.
Right.
Hi,
And
Cherry.
and this week might be one where you will find that you seem to know exactly what you need for the situation or circumstances you're facing. It just seems as though everything, blends together harmoniously. So, gosh, you can't go wrong with that, Jackie. Good card for happy hour. Hi, Carrie. Right. We're on Nada now.
Hi, Nana.
And let me hit.
We have added you, Cherry.
Yep, I'm posting a list in a second. There we go.
You're welcome.
Always welcome, Jackie.
Thank you for all you do too.
Oh, okay.
Nada, the message is that if you have been feeling like things are a bit burdensome lately for you, or you feel you have too many tasks to perform, too many promises to keep, too many obligations to not ignore, relief is coming. This week may find things evening out for you, that you have been carrying a harder load or shouldering certain burdens or tasks specifically to yourself. But now the time may be coming where you are kind of moving down from that and things are going to even out. You're going to find even possibly there are others or other situations that can help you. So if this has been an overburdened time for you, expect it to lighten up a little bit.
Well, Nada, it is the Ten of Wands, by the way. The Ten of Wands uh, is basically saying, and I love this card's version because even when it's upright, which acts like you are in process now of just feeling overburdened and tired, but this card shows you that there's an end to this coming. And it's likely maybe coming this week that you feel a lot lighter, you feel more elevated, you feel like some great weights have been lifted off of you. And sometimes these burdens aren't necessarily ones that are um, tangible or physical. They are more, they could be emotional, they could be mental, they could be something weighing heavy on your heart or heavy on your mind. But suddenly, things start to either clarify or become lighter for you. You know how to deal with it better. You know how to handle it better. The end is in sight. You are now on more solid ground than you were before. So I like that. Good luck with that.
Right. Your path and your road gets easier.
And we're on Lena.
Hey, Lena.
Right.
Yes, and I got a tickle here now.
Uh-oh. Do you need a sip of my iced tea water? I don't even know where it went.
I'm good.
Okay, it's by my
It
feet.
was over in that corner.
I see it anyway. Okay, let's see what we have for Lena.
You're welcome, Nada. And by the way, earlier today, we had our recorded show, The Unhappy Hour, which is a recording for the signs of the zodiac. So you look it up by your air sign, your fire sign, etc. Plus, we also do a reading for the world at large to determine what is making the world unhappy too, as well as all of us.
Oh my
We,
goodness.
we also, show you how you can hopefully turn that frown upside down. It's on our YouTube channel. It just dropped down around 1 o'clock this afternoon. It's got timestamps so you can navigate right to your part.
And what's funny about that, in my Material Matters, when I did the card for the collective, Yasmin Boland used that line, turn the frown upside down. I just
Nice.
thought it was funny. Coming after our unhappy hour. All right. Well, Lena, you have the Ace of Swords. Always like when the aces come up at
Happy hour.
happy hour because they're joyful in different ways, or they lend themselves to being very optimistic and hopeful for the future because aces are the starts of things, the beginnings. And when you're beginning a project, a goal, maybe a new job, maybe a marriage, you're starting a life together, it's all very exciting and it's all very happy for the most part. So I think here, Lena, this is saying that this is a really good week for you to that a lot of things are going to engage you mentally. They're going to engage your brain. They're going to make you think more. You're going to be able to think more clearly about things. And you might even get some major brainstorm ideas that you're going to want to follow up on because this ace in particular is pretty much all up here, but you can bring that down to earth and bring those dreams or bring those ideas that you have into reality. There's potential here for you to come up with something that will help you in some way this week.
I think that the real power of this card is maybe the power of strategizing, because it involves a mental process, but then that mental process has to actually turn into most likely physical action. And so I always feel that with this Ace of Swords, because it's obviously talking about how your brain is working nonstop to figure out a solution or to put you closer to your goals. But you have to physically do those things too. You can't just think about it and snap your fingers and make it happen. At least none of us can do that just yet. Maybe it's coming, but this is really a sign, Lena, that says what you can conceive, you can actually, make happen. You just have to believe in it, and you have to really be clear, clarity
Right.
of what you are wanting to do, and then put yourself on that path.
And I like that. And so if it's not something that comes to you this week, maybe it's something you've already thought about, but now is the week to create the strategy. That could be it too.
All right.
So good luck with that.
Thanks, Lena.
Go. We're on KCMR.
Hi, KCMR.
KC?
And if you're looking for answers to other questions, you can come to our live stream tomorrow, Eastern Standard Time from Jello. Yes. Hi, Kara. Our live stream is tomorrow from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Okay, I don't know if Casey is still here, but we're going to do the reading anyway. They
Sure.
retracted their messages.
All right. So, KC, you have the Three of Swords.
Well,
And the Three of Swords says that maybe you are dealing with some difficult problems in the emotional realm at this time, but you have strength. You have strength. Hearts don't break completely. There's always a little bit left to rebuild there. The Three of Swords could be saying that although you have felt like really something has separated you, there may be a resolve growing that will put you back towards what you're trying to do again, to move beyond what the pain is and maybe find new allies or new situations that can bring less pain and some hope into your life.
I see this week, Casey, that maybe you are this is the week that you move beyond some pain you've been experiencing. This is the week where you start to resolve, heal, and recover from a deep hurt or pain you've experienced in recent times. And I think you are certainly ready to let it go. And maybe, in fact, I'm just going to throw this out there because I kind of feel it, that maybe there's something that happens this week that renews your sense of purpose or your faith in humanity once more. If you feel you've been burned really bad by someone, there's something that happens that kind of assists in this turnaround process. So it's like we never should ignore our pain. We always have to go through it, feel the feels, and when we're ready, it's time to let it go. And I think you're at that point, and something may help you reinforce and get you there. So good luck with that.
All right. Yeah, we've been looking at some of the paintings you're showing on Facebook or Twitter.
I
At,
saw the one today, but I couldn't reply. I don't know. I may have to go into your. Maybe I did. I don't remember. It was Manaz, right? I saw Manaz. That one looked really cool. I like that one.
if art isn't fun, then one shouldn't do it. Art should absolutely be fun. All right, we're on Shirley. Hey, Shirley.
Yes, we are. All right. And let's see what I pulled for Shirley today. Well, it's another thinker, huh? It's the King of Swords.
He's got enough critters there, but he doesn't have a horse.
He he doesn't have a horse. He's on top of
The
a mountain
horse is
there.
visiting Shirley, maybe.
um, well, I think it's interesting because let me just update my list. I think it's an interesting card for you. I think here this is a.
ACMR, we just did your reading.
Oh, hey Casey, we just did your reading. We had you on
You'll
the
have to
list.
rewind.
So just rewind a little ways back and you'll hear it, okay?
And just a note, a lot of people do show up and say, "Can I have a card?" And we're happy to do it, but we can't do them like that, so we work through a list. You were on the list and we did work through it.
Right. And because there's no questions today, it's just a card, we automatically pulled for you anyway. So go ahead and check it out.
Just rewind back a
Yeah.
little bit.
Hope it resonates. All right.
All right, so
Okay.
back to Shirley.
Surely. Okay. Well, The King of Swords is here. So back to that. I think here this is a week where you really have your head together. You know, whether it's about personal matters, whether it's about business matters, you are on top of it. You will be able to design strategies that are successful for you. And that goes along with personal matters. I know you're dealing with some things, maybe in your personal life with relationships, etc. And so the thing is, if it's there, you know exactly what you're going to feel. You know exactly what you need to do right now. And just trust yourself on this because your mind is very clear and sharp this week. Maybe all that Mercury retrograde stuff is dissipating.
Clearing out.
We got one more week of shadow, but I really feel things have been changing. So
Well,
go
I think
ahead.
this card sees you in a pondering mood. You may have really some serious matters to think about and maybe choices to make or decisions to make. So I feel this card supports you this week. This card says use whatever tools you need to clarify or understand or probe into questions or decisions that are important to you at this time. And also to feel the instinctual nature of what's around you, that gut feels thing, or that sense of, sometimes a timing thing, that just a certain thing can happen and it reinforces a thought that maybe you were wondering about. Sometimes we get little symbols or signals by everyday life and it tells us, yes, you can do that, or check it out first. So I think this card supports you figuring out how to make the decisions, not just what the decisions are that you're making, but what are the curious matters that tie up to those. Good luck with
So,
that.
so the thing is, he's here on top of a mountain, right? He's not only a king, but there he is with this great vantage point. And I think that's saying to you that you're going to be on top of things this week. You're going to be on top of things, and it's because you are going to have a very clear mind and you're going to be very clear about your purposes this week and what you need to do. You're just going to get it done. Good luck with that.
You're welcome, KCMR.
You're very welcome. I hope that resonated. All right.
I'm
See
going
how
to ring
much up.
Sienna. Hi, Sienna. So today, my workplace was the culmination of the summer reading programs. The library has summer reading programs for kids, teens, and adults.
Was it crowded?
No, it was
Oh,
not very crowded
okay.
because you don't have to be present to win. There were a number of drawings for gift cards as well as the $100 Amazon gift card we were giving away to adults.
Nice.
So it was pretty nice, but I was a little dizzy. Anyway,
Hey,
Siama,
nice.
Siama, you are moving towards something this week. You may be finding that energies are leading you towards a target that maybe you have been moving towards. It's also possible too that it's a reverse motion, that maybe something is coming to you from something, but more likely I feel this is saying the time is now to focus on the target and to move towards it. There's a lot of things working on your side right now, Siama, strength and energy notably, but it's also the ability to really see where you're going. There's a point of light there and you are attaching yourself or focusing towards it. So good luck with projects that you may be thinking about. No, we just did your card, Shirley.
Oh, no, we just did your card, Shirley. That's right. So go ahead and rewind back. We
Yeah,
just
you're
did
the
yours.
one right before the one we're on now.
You were right after KCMR, right?
Yeah, you're after KCMR
And
and
before,
before this one, Sam.
yes, Siama.
Hope you find that.
I thought I posted the list. God, did I take you off of it? No, there it is. I did post you. Okay. All right.
Yeah, well, I guess we're either working faster than we normally do. We don't know.
I don't know either, but we are moving along, and it's been pretty cut and dry, some of these cards.
You are
So,
not skipped. We would never skip you.
no.
Only by accident. Hey, no problem. We're all good here.
All right. So the Eight of Wands here for Siama, you know, you're going to have a lot of energy this week, or a lot of things are going to be moving fast around you. And the good news is that you're going to be able to keep pace with that. So, messages are going to be coming in, going out. You're going to be talking, seeing people maybe. You're going to be collaborating or working hard on something. And that's the point here. Be sure, you know, to take this energy that's coming your way this week and focus it. Focus it on what's most important first. This was kind of a theme, I think, on some of my material matters too. Is like really important for you to not scatter this around, because when we multitask, we do a little bit of this, we do a little bit of that, we do a little bit of that. No, you don't get anything completely done. But there may be some things here that you might be able to focus all that energy on and finish this week. So, do that and enjoy a very active, a very productive, and a very energized week.
All right.
Good luck with that.
Good luck.
Thank you.
And fibers up.
Fiber's up. Hey, Fiber.
I know you're busy at Grand Council there. If I find out you put my name in the donation or the nominations,
Donation.
I'll come down to Florida after you. No, I won't. I'm kidding. Ah, yes, the budget.
Ah,
The budget
I remember those.
the budget seems to take forever. And then there'll be friendly amendment to this and then non-friendly amendment to that. Whatever. I have sat through a number of those.
All right. Well, we're
But
doing
it
your
is fun
reading.
going.
We're doing your reading at the right time, then, aren't
Yeah.
we?
And besides the things that they do have votes on, I think the officers and the budget, I think everything else is consensus. And I love the process. Sometimes it gets really frustrating, but ultimately, I really like the process of consensus. All right, here's your card.
We've got another angel.
Send her an angel.
Hey, be calm during the budget process here.
Oh no! I just saw that. Well, I'm going to go to Disneyland then. I'm
Oh,
coming down there to pick up the kitty and going to Disneyland. No, I'm not.
oh my goodness. I would not want that job. My gosh. Anyway, and I respect people who do it. I really do. But it's not for me. I can't problems balancing, as Mr. O knows, my own budget. All right. So anyway, temperance is here. And so everything, be the calming influence for others, especially since you're is Mary make or I'm sorry, is Grand Council going on through tomorrow, right? Or is it in
It
today?
may, I don't know. It
It
usually depends on
depends.
whether they finish up things.
So this might apply a bit for today.
Stories.
Is be the person. Hi, Mister. I'm good to see you. Be the kind of calming influence people might need if others start to get ruffled, at Grand Council. It's been known to happen. So, and I think here this week, you can expect a week of balance. Everything just seems to be falling into place nicely. You seem to know how to mix up your activities, your obligations, etc. this week just to make everything comfortable for you. And that's important, because a lot of times we put a lot of undue pressure on ourselves by thinking, we've got to get everything done and then not planning it out right so that everything is just a jumble and we feel exhausted by week's end. But not you. You're going to feel like you're in a meditative state. That everything is calm, everything is perfect. Doesn't that sound great?
I know. I'm trying to keep
Oh,
up with the
I'm
chat
sorry.
too. I remember that from our own LC too, doing that during one too.
Ah,
That's kind of neat. When I look at this card for you, Fiber, what I get is there's a word in my head, orienteering, of sort of like finding where you are in relationship to other things. And I'm just going to pull that out of my head and say that maybe this aspect to me of temperance is like finding yourself in terms of what you align yourself with to find the balance too. Like sometimes you want to have the balance, but you have to know where you are in the balance. I don't know if that makes sense.
I've got one other thing for you that suddenly just sort of came to me, so I'm going to say it. I always do. So, the thing is, if you feel something you've been working on, has been lacking something, lacking some essential ingredient, I think you're going to find it this week. I think it's going to come to you this week, and you'll be able to close the books on whatever it is, that you felt you couldn't because you needed just one more thing. That's going to come to you. So,
Good luck with
good
that.
luck with that. And Mr. M, this is our late happy hour. We're usually not on this late, but Mr. O had to work the morning shift, so we're glad you made it. But it's the one card today, but we'll be happy to pull one
I
for you.
caught up with him earlier about that because
Oh,
he had made a note on the unhappy hour
oh,
about missing it. And I said, no, it's at 4 today.
okay, awesome. Sorry, I was a little behind on that.
No, that's okay.
Carl is up. Let's throw one for Carl.
Carl would make a good purse warden.
Oh, he's throwing Carl under the bus.
Maybe I
Fiber.
can log into Grand Console. Hi,
Hmm.
everybody.
I made it. And I have one suggestion.
But I think Grand Console, or I think COG should have like an honorary position called Jester. And I'll be the first Jester, but Carl's got to be the second one. So here we go, Carl. Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, feeling a little devilish lately? Don't at Grand Console, and absolutely keep quiet if you don't want to get nominated for an officer position.
Yes, I can almost see them
How did,
attaching
how
those
did I know that? How
those
did I know that?
strings to you there, Carl.
And Fiber and Carl, I've actually known people who were in an LC and had an officer position, and then they were also on the national officer board, and they might have had the same position or another one. Not recently, it was a few years back.
Carl, forget all this obligatory stuff. How about instead enjoying life? How about instead living a little and, doing something a little devilish, as Mr. O said? Now, live a little bit. After all, we are here to enjoy things, not just do the drudge work, not just do the purse wardeny stuff and things like that. I know those things need to get done, but, the devil's calling here, and he's saying, have that chocolate cake. Go ahead and go out for pizza. Enjoy a ball game. Whatever makes you happy.
What I really wanted to say, I think, is more likely that the devil tells us that sometimes there are things that bind us or oppress us. This is a sign to say it's okay to figure out how to chuck that, how to release the things that are holding you to your dysfunctional behavior, your codependent behavior. And I know that might be more the idea of it, the devil reversed, but all's fair when it's happy hour and we're going to work
Yeah,
with both energies in a way.
exactly.
So
Exactly.
this could be a good sign for Carl to really figure out what it is that needs to leave his life, what it is that's just kind of an albatross around his neck, something that
It's not
just,
you, Fiber.
no, it's not you.
It's definitely not you. I'm sorry, I'm being really goofy here.
But liberate yourself, and you know what follows. Liberate your mind, and you know what follows.
Yeah.
Ooh, there you go.
So, ooh, limoncello.
Hi, mysterious queen.
Oh, hi, Mysterious Queen. We'll get you on the
That's
list.
why I nudged you. I wanted you to see that,
Okay, I'm
but you
sorry.
missed it.
Well, I have a a can of margarita in the fridge I've been holding forever.
I love it. I love it. Read the chat.
Alba what?
Albatross.
Albatross. Oh, that's silly.
We got you, Mysterious.
Yeah, I got you on the list, Mysterious. It's just a single card today, though. We're just doing happy hour, the afternoon edition. All right. So, since we are doing happy hour so late, I don't know why I can't have a happy hour and do my margarita. Oh, hi, Marita. We'll get you on the list too. We're going to have to probably close the list very soon now. We'll
So,
see.
for those who remember the Sex Pistols from way back, 40 some years ago, God save the Queen. Uh, Johnny Lydon, who was Johnny Rotten, went off on his own, and on his first solo album, he had a song called Getting Rid of the Albatross, which I can really remember to this day because it's very dreary. It's just really dreary, drony kind of vocals.
Just have fun. Have fun. And
Don't get
don't feel guilty about it.
don't get rid of Alba, but get rid of the Albatross.
All right.
Do you remember them? Yeah. God save the Queen. She ain't a human being.
All right. Sealand's up. Hi, Sealand.
England's burning. God, that really takes me back. You do too? They weren't my favorite punk band, but they were kind of interesting in some ways.
Shot after every major arcana. Oh my gosh. Okay, time out, time out. Spoiler alert. Our cards for the collective this week are Major Arcana Intensive. And not just that, there's something very fluky going on later in
Yeah,
sort of mid to.
pattern that's really odd.
Yeah, so stay tuned for that.
We've thought about the karaoke, Mr. Maurice. We thought about karaoke. We just can't pull it together, but it's still in our mind, so it may happen eventually.
Honestly, I'm letting this month slip by and I want to do some things, but I'm telling Fiber right now, I am planning on doing a tarot talks. I'm going to fit one in. I didn't even realize, though, I have this dermatology appointment this week. So I'm losing track of some stuff here. Plus, I've got old friends harassing me to go to my high school reunion in October. And so I've been dealing with this situation and trying to get him to come with me.
Well, I already
He
volunteered
actually
to.
volunteered. I was ready to duck out, and then he said, I'll go with you. And I'm like, oh,
But wait till you
I
see
guess I
what I
have to say
wear.
yes now.
Wait till you see what I wear. They won't bother you because they'll be all over me.
Uh-oh.
Wendy O. Williams, the Plasmatics. We had a friend who really liked the Plasmatics, and he told us about one of her performances, Wendy O. Williams, and my gosh, that was really incredible. I can't talk about it here on live.
Okay, Seaweed. Wow, take a deep dive. It's the moon. The moon is here.
Ooh, immerse yourself, Sile.
So this is a
50th.
this is a week where you could feel really good if you trusted what your intuition was telling you. Your intuition is going to be sending you signs or signals this week, whether it's to do something, whether it's to let you know something is coming. Forewarned is forearmed, even if it's not something good. But, I think it's going to be something good because this is happy hour. And I think here that your intuition is going to be your friend this week and your guide. And so if you're, let's say, making a purchase or something and you're not sure you trust what you're hearing from the person trying to sell you something, what is your gut telling you? And if your gut is telling you not to trust what you're hearing, then maybe it's time to get a second opinion or maybe seek out another seller to see what they say.
Well, Sile, the moon like a lot of things in culture and cultural associations can have really mysterious and maybe problematic meetings between aspects of it being bright or aspects of it not being so bright. And I recently came across a tarot deck where they kind of renamed the moon the Dark High Priestess. And it was the idea of that high priestess who knows, who goes into her intuitiveness, but she has to kind of deal with both the dark and the light. There's certainly going to be some light there, but don't be afraid of dealing with what your intuition tells you, maybe about the things that you don't always want to think about, the things that are a little bit on the darker side, because at this time it may be important for you to bridge that gap between dark and light and let that really soak into your intuitive self so that you can study it and know exactly what that message is.
Also, I'd say this week is an ideal time for you to consider maybe doing some lucid dreaming. Number one, too, you might just get some dreams and you should write them down. If you can't figure out what they mean, at least write them down and maybe, it will make sense later. But the thing is that you could do some lucid dreaming this week and really try to focus on, what you want to see in your dreams. And that sometimes can work. I noticed yesterday, see, this is the time of year, if I'm not actively dreaming, I get sometimes visions and stuff before I fall asleep. And I got a few last night. And I was actually almost be able to carry a conversation with one of the images I saw in the vision. So I'm just thinking this is the perfect time of year. And getting the moon card right now, I think you ought to consider, really relaxing when you go to sleep and trying to open your consciousness to letting messages and dreams come through. That's what we have for you.
And Ladybug Love has joined us. Hi there. Haven't seen you in a
All
while.
right, let's close the list with
I
that
think we
one.
should do that.
Yep.
So we will close our list,
Everybody on the list will get a reading.
and we're glad to have you all.
All right, let me post that and list out. I'm going to pin it. Yes, Mr. M, it is my class of 1975 high school reunion.
And if you want to hear something really funny, we went to the same high school. We went to a high school that had nearly 600 graduates in the graduating class. I was in the year 73 of the same high school as her, but we didn't know each other.
What's really interesting is I came from a class of 575.
That's what I had.
That's what I thought I had. Oh,
I had that too.
really? Okay. It was
It may have been the cutoff point.
It was something like that. But I noticed when I went to the site where they were having people sign up, the invite only went out to 369 people. And I'm not sure why. It might be because they used a particular platform that not everybody signed up for, so they just sent the invites to who they could. But out of that, only 28 people responded yes so far. I responded maybe, and 20 maybes, and then there were something like 19, oh no, maybe about 15 no's. And so I don't know, maybe some people responded in other ways. Because the friend who's been trying to goad me there wasn't even on any of these lists. So it's possible there will be more people coming than I know about. But it looks like a pretty dead thing.
Another
right
question
now.
for you.
Yes and no. Yes and no. Sometimes they are, and sometimes they aren't. When I was younger, I think I had a lot more fluidity there and more things coming through than I have when I'm older. But I have had some very interesting dreams. Yeah, and I do think some of the ones before I retired from my job, like 5 years ago, were kind of telling me things were shifting and changing abnormally where I worked at. Because I would walk into work and the scene was always constantly different. This was in my dream. And yeah, they eliminated a lot of staff, including me, with an early retirement, and they made a lot of changes. So I guess I got that kind of forewarning, but I didn't realize at the time that that's what it was about. So anyway. Ah,
All right.
we're on Cherry B.
Hi, Cherry B.
Gotta get
Is
that
that my
out
deal
there.
then?
Hmm?
Is that my deal?
I believe it is. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Sure. So my 50th high school reunion was 2 years ago, but I didn't go to it because I've never gone to any of my high school reunions.
Nobody asked you, did they?
Nobody asked me.
I'm asking you.
You
Did
mean
anybody from your class ask you to come, or did you
I've
get
never
in?
talked to any of my high school. Oh, I literally know none of them anymore, and probably haven't since around 50 years ago. It's a long story, but it's not really.
I really
They
only
didn't like me back in high school. Why would I like them now?
I sent a couple some cards out to a few of my old friends. One of my really close friends passed away years back. She had ovarian cancer, and that's a weird story too. It was before I was diagnosed with cancer that she passed away. Um, but the weird thing about it is we hadn't spoken in years. We just fell out of touch with each other. But on her dying days, the day that she died, she blurted out my name. That's what people told me when I went to the funeral. She called out to me, and that just wow! It sent chills. It still sends chills up my spine.
Cherry Blossom, you have another ace. You have the Ace of Wands. There's something really inspiring going on here. This may feel like you really know what you want to do with an energy level that you're coming up with. It seems like it's about a noble pursuit of some sort. It may be something that involves other people that you're close to or other people that you might eventually become close to. It's a little bit creative, but it's also about networking and entrepreneurship, and maybe it could have something to do with career or with business of some sort.
You know, this is really cool. A second ace. Again, there's a lot of enthusiasm and optimism and fiery energy, either, that you can use to get something off the ground. If something has been burning inside your head here, whether it's even something like taking a trip and traveling, it's time to set those wheels in motion. If it's about changing jobs, it's time to set those wheels in motion. If it's about starting a new project or goal, do it. The universe is giving you a green light for starting something that you've always felt passionate about, that you really have wanted to do. And so do it. The universe is saying, hey, do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. Don't worry about failure. Don't worry about success. Just do it. I
It's
like
a
that.
good sign for whatever you want to achieve in this next week or so.
Yes, it is. Good luck with that.
And we are on Kara.
Yes, we are. And I get to shuffle for Kara. All right.
And I'll just mention that a lot of us will be back tomorrow during your Material Matters show, Banshee, at 10 a.m. It's a recorded show, but it's for all the signs of the zodiac. We give, well, Banshee gives complete information about what's going on in your financial sectors. We also have a lot of fun chatting with each other, illuminating the reading, talking about our coffee or other beverage of
Sipping
choice.
coffee.
Gotta talk about the coffee. Where's my coffee?
And I have pumpkin spice cookies, and
Oh,
I had a couple today, Mr. O, with the coffee you left me. And let me tell you, I was 100% right about that.
I
You
feel
kiss them with
I feel
coffee.
betrayed. I feel betrayed. By the way, did you want to pick up that other card there? You're welcome, Cherry.
Whoops. You're welcome, Cherry. All right, let me focus on my shuffling here. I want to add
I
something.
like pumpkin pie, and I like some pumpkin flavoring.
You will like these.
I don't think I'm against it. It's just like if I had a choice between pumpkin or chocolate,
And you know what?
chocolate.
They're a soft, thin cookie, too. They're really good. Oh my gosh.
Well, thank you for scoping that out ahead of time for me.
You're very welcome. All right. Well, anyway, when we're done with this reading, I wanted to, and
Oh, yes, that's the classic. I like that. Warmed up apple pie with vanilla ice cream. My mom used to tell me about that.
oh,
I
did
think
I
she made it
not
for me.
post the updated list? We did cherry bees, right?
Yes, we did.
On Kara.
Right. I said we were on Kara.
I know. I guess I didn't post the list though. Sorry.
We're just having too much fun here. We're not paying attention.
Yeah, there we are.
And then we're going to get offline and find out that we're both new officers for covering the gods.
Yes.
They did a twofer. They nominated both of us.
All right, Miss Kara.
No.
It's a third ace. You win, Kara. You have the Ace of Cups. Look at
Aw,
that. Kara, if this isn't you holding up those not photos, holding up that
your
artwork
drawings.
of yours, your drawing, your passion, you know, it's great. It's awesome. Don't worry about how people feel about it. This
Yeah.
is you showing your heart to the world. And
Aw.
there's always going to be people who just don't want a part of that, but there are always going to be people who really get a lot of joy out of you sharing that part of yourself with everyone. And so, operate from heart level. Continue, whether it's this, hey, I don't want to pressure you to keep doing those pictures, but I think this is a call for you to follow your passions, to follow what really pulls your heartstrings this week. It's a,
Somebody gave us money.
oh,
Mr. Nice, thank you.
thank you, Mr.
Oh, thank you
Allen.
so
It's very
much.
sweet.
Appreciate
Thank you.
that. Thank you for the money.
Well, I don't know if the Lions won their preseason game, but they were looking pretty good out there. I think they should play it low key and make themselves look like we don't got it together this year when they really do.
All right, Kara, I like what she said. I think that is true that in a way you're giving your heart to the world. But this is also saying too that something you love, which is this, of course, is gonna just grow even bigger for you. So I'm just gonna go out there and say maybe really interesting, cool things are gonna happen because you're pouring your heart and your creativity into this. Maybe this will be the week or soon that the right person is reached with it and maybe something else happens, a new beginning.
What inspires you further? Are you going to grab that card too? That's what we have for you, Kara. Good luck with that. And now that he's shuffling, Mr. M, I just wanted to say you are up that my family had incredibly prophetic dreams, and I followed along those lines a little bit here, but I kind of shut that door on myself when I was a child. I speak about it in one of my soul stories. I forget which one that I posted on YouTube. And so I think I get dreams that are prophetic, but they're not as frequent and as often as I feel they could have been because something scared me as a child. My father, who dreamt he saw himself in a coffin, and I was only 10 years old, and he died 2 weeks after he had that dream. And it really hit me hard. And it changed it made me want to shut that door. I didn't want to know. I didn't want to know. But the door reopened again, as it was meant to do.
All right, and here is your card. And bam, you're the Wheel of Fortune.
Nice.
So I think in this week ahead, you're going to find that maybe something unexpected good luck is going to happen. It could be things that maybe you thought were going to happen, but you weren't sure they were going to happen right away. And then all of a sudden they do. But it could also be things out of left field, like something that just you had forgotten about or you knew was a potential, but it really wasn't present in your mind. Something spun around and it was time for that thing to happen. And a lot of times the Wheel of Fortune expresses the idea of rhythms and timing. So this could also be saying too that if you're feeling really lucky about certain things, it's time to also play that hunch or make that investment in what that lucky thing that could pay off for because it may be favored this week. Sorry.
Are you feeling lucky?
Are you feeling lucky?
Do you feel lucky? Well, I think you will. I think this is a week where everything seems to be going your way. And hey, capitalize on that energy, whether it is buying that Mega Millions or Powerball ticket, which I don't do anymore because I think the odds are ridiculous. And also the cost going up really bothers me. I try for some of the other prizes, but you know what? Hey, it only takes one ticket to win, they say. And so why not? Why not take a chance on yourself this week? So if there's any other thing that seems risky and you've been kind of, I don't know if I should do that. Maybe this is the week to entertain the idea. Maybe I should try. Maybe I can do it. And actually, let's say, wait a minute, we better go back to Yoda here. There is no try, only do. So, so
You can
really,
use the Yoda voice. There is no try.
do it.
Only do.
I can't do that voice, but I knew you could.
Maybe I should do Yoda as my mom.
So,
There is no try.
oh,
Just do it.
so the wheel is spinning your way, and like everything in life, it might last a while, it might not. The wheel is fickle, so use this energy while it presents itself to you.
My mother was a heavy cigarette smoker for all of her life, 60 some years. Well, she died at 87, but and so she sounded a lot like that.
She had a real gravelly voice, yes.
But I love her to pieces.
He does it so well. It's kind of like, since makes
I'm
me think,
channeling my mom.
it makes me think she's here.
She's
So,
always here.
I pulled that, didn't I, or did you? You did,
Uh,
because I spoke
sure.
about my dream stuff. I remember now.
All right, we're on Mysterious Queen.
We are on
And
Mysterious
we've been having
Queen.
so much fun here. We didn't even notice we've gone over the hour, but that's okay because we do that.
We do that.
Stay tuned. We will do a reading for ourselves and give everyone a namaste blessing.
Right.
You're very welcome. Thank you for your donation.
You're very welcome.
Very appreciated. Thank you so much.
Luck is on your side. Look for signs or synchronicities or trust that gut, Mr. M. It's likely to be on target this week. Oh, yay! From the wheel to the world.
I know.
Mysterious Queen.
Sometimes I mistake them for each other.
I know.
I thought it was the wheel again, but it's the world.
No, you're stepping through that portal. Mr. M's on top of it. You're stepping through it. So I think here what this is saying is that maybe possibly this week some new beginning comes your way. And why? Because you really have finished with something in your life. You're able to put something to bed now. Whether it's good, whether it's bad, it's behind you now. And, you can celebrate that in a way too. This is a time to celebrate new beginnings, the start of something new, and what it's taken to maybe get there.
Hi, Mysterious Queen. And within the idea of the world is also the idea that you finish something, but you are at a vantage point too, where you can look both ways. It's kind of like the ancient Roman god Janus, who January's named for. He looked this way, he looked that way. You can look behind you and see what you've actually accomplished and realize what those pieces or energies or parts are that you can move into the next involvement, because one door opens when another door shuts, and so that's pretty much what it is. The world really says you did a good job, but you still have something else you can do. It beckons to you.
Right. Every ending is a new beginning. It's like when I'm reading a book right now about psychopomps, which is interesting to me. And it speaks about life and death, the life cycle. And when you really think about it, we go through so many different milestones in our lives, and we're never the same once we pass through that portal to the next. Yeah, a lot of our personality, a lot of inherently who we are the same, but we have learned, we have grown, we have gone through schools of hard knocks. And so, even like this book, for example, is showing me, that death is not the end. There's going to be, it's like graduation again. So, you're just graduating to a new set of circumstances.
It's kind of like the new research that goes into physics at the molecular level, that sometimes they're discovering things that are like little tiny atoms and things, and they don't exist until we notice them, or something really weird like that. They don't move until we notice them. And physics is just as crazy as magic, I guess, eh?
Yeah, so this world is saying, welcome the new and appreciate, what it took in your life to get you to where you are. Hopefully, something good is coming your way this week. I wish you luck with
You'll
that.
have to let us know.
All right. And
And we're on Marita.
we're on Marita. Hi,
Hi,
Marita.
Marita.
Yep, we're nearing the end here. So when we're done, we'll pull cards for ourselves and give you all a namaste blessing.
This is good to hear.
Nice. Glad to hear that.
All right, Marita,
Oh.
our most challenging card.
Well, we had a few challenging cards today,
This is the most.
but this is happy hour. I think here what this is saying is this week, you know, one of the good things that can happen to you this week is not getting involved in other people's dramas. You've decided, hey, you got yourself into this mess or whatever it is, you figure out how to get yourself out of it. And that's okay. If there are people in conflict around you, or if there's conflict in the workplace, or, whatever the case may be, just rise above it. Rise above it. Look at what he's doing here. He's not letting this voice bring him down. He's realizing I can rise above this whole thing. And it's not my battle. It's not my rodeo, so to speak. And I'm just going to elevate myself above this one.
Well, Marita, the Five of Swords is literally one of the worst cards in the tarot deck, but we're committed to looking around it and finding another way of dealing with it that is much more positive. And so the Five of Swords is saying, walk away or get away from those things that are oppressive or seek to hurt you or seek to divert your own sense of agency and control over yourself. Listen deeper inside to the truer voice of your own intuition. It will tell you where you need to be, and it probably is not where you are, where you're hearing that stuff. So anywhere you happen to be where the contrariness is overwhelming to the point you feel it's depressive and it alienates you from other people or situations, remove yourself.
He's right. It is a negative card, but there's always some kernels of truth and positivity here. And I think another one is that, over time, maybe you have learned to choose your battles wisely. And that will serve you well this week. That will serve you well this week. You don't have to get involved and you don't have to pick a fight with everybody either. So if something gets under your skin this week, determine if it's really something worth fighting for or letting go. And I think, there's a lot of joy or more relief in letting things go this week. So consider that. Consider that. And I wish you luck with that.
And you're welcome, Mysterious Queen. Thank you for that information. But yeah, the world says something has ended and now something new will begin. And so we hope it'll be what you want.
Well, you know what, too, Mysterious Queen? Focus on that idea. You know, that this is the end. I'm done with all the troubles in my life, the struggles. This is a new day. You know, this is a new time for me. And focus your energy that way and reinforce that thought. And, I'm wishing nothing but good things for you.
We'll see if it picks up anything about that, but it's really just a happy message where it's not a specific question we ask. It may be that it will pick up on something on that, but the idea is more of a general happy message, positive message.
Yeah, this is happy hour, but we'll see what it says.
Sometimes something will come out that might lend to that. And you're welcome to come back tomorrow or any of our shows to ask the questions. Oh,
It's a Page of Cups. Nice card.
mhm.
Well, hmm, if it is work related, I would say here a good way to navigate through your week at work is to trust your gut. Trust what your gut is telling you about situations you may face or what you see going on in the workplace. Or if this is about looking for another job, trust your gut to guide you to where to put your energy right now and how to manifest what it is you want. I think the Page of Cups could be saying that there may be some good, happy news coming out of work this week. It's possible that you might get some relief or some good news that makes you feel better about things.
The tone is lighter in general, so wherever this may happen, and it could happen in multiple places, you might feel that you have an emotionality about your workplace or about situations and feel that there is one person you can talk to, or maybe there's more than one, but the idea of the invisible hand reaching towards the other, the human hand, to me says look for the people you can trust and talk to, the allies. See if there are people you can commiserate if it's about something that is, bothering you at work. But if it's something that's better about work, maybe it's something you can share with that person or they can share with you. Regardless of whether that actually pertains to that, the overall situation sort of feels like you're rising above certain things that maybe are more earthly or even petty. And so you want to keep that in mind that if you are finding there's emotional squabbling anywhere in your life, feel that you can rise above that. It's not the same as ignoring it, it's finding and choosing the higher ground. And sometimes less is more. So you don't have to explain yourself with a complete paragraph or two about why you are doing things the way you are. You just need to be honest and succinct.
Your intuition is going to be really good this week. And also, maybe this is saying too, you may be figuring out creative ways of dealing with either your workload or particular situations in this week ahead that will make things feel comfortable for you. So that's what we have.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
And thanks for coming. Haven't seen
And
you in a while.
you can pull a card for me
All right, so we are closing the show, but first we are going to read cards for each other.
because we want to be happy too. But of course, reading for you makes us happy.
You're welcome, Ladybug.
Hey, you're very welcome.
All right, you have a king.
Oh, interesting.
Banshee gets the King of Pentacles. And so, Banshee, you're going to kind of
I'm not going to be purse warden for.
no purse warden. However, if they have an honorary librarian position, we think hands down it should go to Banshee because she
Oh,
is, of course, a librarian. I know there is one or two other librarians in the Covenant. Marla, I think, was a
yeah, that's
librarian.
right.
Say hi to Marla. Anyway, I feel like Banshee, this is saying this is the time for you to squirrel off into your own library, whether it's the library that we are in or one of the other ones in one of the other rooms,
I was going to say,
in your internal library.
and weed it.
Yes, go in there and weed it. That's what I
Oh,
want. Let me find the gasoline and matches for you. That'll read
We
it
have
for you.
so many books.
But
So
the emphasis
many.
is about acquisition and control. The emphasis is about what you can acquire, whether it is knowledge or whether it is actual, physical things, or maybe it's other abstract things besides knowledge. And how will you handle them? How will you control them? How will you manage them so that they are available to you as you need them and not necessarily in the way for anyone to come across? You have that ability.
Well, I've been reading more lately. I'm staying curious and, not just fiction, although I'm reading more fiction than I ever have. And, but I've started a new book that's really exciting and pulling me in. So I almost feel some of that energy here because I think I'm going to get a lot out of this book. So thank you for that.
Alrighty,
I will
pull for me.
pull for you. Do you want to shuffle my Namaste cards a little bit? Maybe I'll pull one from you this time. All right. One more. The King of Pentacles. What's Mr. O gonna be? Is he gonna be a queen?
Sounds about right.
No, you're gonna be
Happy guy at the foot of the
a
stairs.
statically happy Hierophant guy. Well, perhaps this is a time to explore more spiritual pursuits. This might be a time for you to open yourself to more spiritual knowledge.
Okay.
It looks to me, or maybe teaching some of those techniques to others. Like you do sometimes in your Goth Tarot and your other shows, doing meditative work and things for others, sometimes doing little mini rituals or incantations. So I think that this week will make you very happy if you work on more spiritual pursuits.
I like the card because it also feels beckoning to others to, so it sort of feels like there's a collaboration, whether it's in reality or not. There's a sense of being welcoming
Mm-hmm.
to others who may also be seeking enlightenment.
It's a great card.
Right.
Good luck with that. All right, you
Time
want
for
to
the namaste.
Phantom for me, and I'll pull a card. Oh,
Close your eyes and pick one.
oh,
Nice.
oh, I don't remember this one. It's
It looks
very beautiful.
different.
And it is blessings from your soul. You are a radiant being with many unique talents. Look with eyes of love, and you will see this. Feel the creative power within you and the blessings pouring in as the healing light of your soul flows into every part of you. Wow, that's pretty deep. And we all have some talent. Maybe you say, "Oh, I'm not good at anything. There's nothing I do well." Surely you jest. Surely you jest. I'm not talking about Shirley here. I'm just
Surely
kidding.
you ride a horse.
Shirley rides a horse. But seriously speaking, we all have talents, even if it is managing a budget, even if it is, managing your life, managing your family, doing creative pursuits, writing, drawing, putting puzzles together, athletics. We all have some talent. So feel free to let it shine. Let it, you are blessed. Why not bring those blessings out to the world? I'm watching with awe as Kara's doing this now, and I think that's just absolutely fabulous.
When you started reading it, that's exactly who I thought it was. You, Kara.
Yeah. And so, the thing is, do what you love and do what your soul is calling you to do. Namaste, everybody. I hope you have a great week ahead and stay happy, stay in a state of joy. And we hope to see you again real soon.
All
Take
right.
care. Bye bye for now.
Bye, everyone.